Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's Glenda McDonald, the Story Finder, and I'm here with Joanne Cully. And she is the author of Claudette on the Keys, and she has a live launch taking place on Friday night, which we're very excited about. And by the way, Joanne, Tina has sent me the PDF of your book, so I can actually read it now, although I have read a few little excerpts. So I'm very pleased about that. The publisher, Tina, will possibly be joining us. Right now, she's having a little bit of issues with her. She's able to hear us, but we can't. No, we can hear her, but she can't hear us. Anyway, okay. So the purpose of today's session, and we're really just making this live as a training purpose, and I can download this video later and use it for myself for training purposes. But what we're using is the StreamYard broadcast format. This is a fantastic system that makes it easy for me to invite publishers and authors. Oh, here's Tina's joining us now. So, hi, Tina. Can you hear us now? We hear you, but you're mumbled. Okay. You still can't hear us? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
I hear you.
You can't hear us? Maybe what you could do is put the volume on. No, that won't work. I was going to say maybe you could put the volume on your phone to hear us on YouTube, but then that's going to create feedback. So that's going to be an issue. She can't hear us. Okay. Okay. So maybe watch on YouTube with volume off, or with. I'm suggesting maybe that she watches on YouTube because we're there, but it's delayed. Okay. So anyway, Joanne, we'll just, hopefully Tina will be able to sort out the audio issues at her end. I'm not quite sure what the problem is. Our purpose today is to address the issue of. Her keys are very loud. Oh, audio is working, but she can't hear us. Okay. I'm going to say maybe listen on YouTube with mic off, so don't create feedback. Okay, so we'll see if she can do that. Okay, so the issue is right now. Oh, yeah, we can still hear you.
Why? I didn't do anything weird.
There, I muted Tina. Okay, so so I've muted Tina so that we can see her, but she still can't hear us, and then this way we won't have to hear her trying to figure it out, and I can just text her. Okay, so back to the original purpose here of today's meeting is Joanne has a PowerPoint, and we were having some challenges yesterday getting her PowerPoint to be shared with others. So, so Joanne, would you like to try again? I'm actually in Google Chrome this time. Yesterday I was in Firefox, so I couldn't do it myself.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So are you going to allow me to share? Do you have to give me permission?
No, I don't have to give you permission. You automatically have permission as a co-host. So what you need to do is go down to the bottom of the screen. I think it's on the bottom in your case. I'm not sure if you have the same view.
I do. Yeah.
Let's share with the little plus sign.
Yeah.
And then if you click that.
And I'll click share screen.
Yeah, share. Yes, share screen.
And then it says screen sharing tips. And then I'll just click on share screen again.
Yeah. Okay. Tina has left the stream for now. So
then it says choose what to share. And I'm going to share entire screen.
Yeah.
So I will click share.
Oh, Tina's back. Hi, Tina. I'm going to see it. She had switched laptops. Can you hear us now, Tina?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm on my old laptop.
Okay. Okay, fabulous. So I don't know what's going on with your new laptop, but we can test that again later, Tina, you and I. and figure out what's going on there. Okay, so what you weren't hearing was I had basically just said that the purpose of today's meeting is this is really, I'm sharing it live just as a training tool, which I will download and save and maybe use for later. But you know, we don't really have an audience. I shared my sister and my friend the link, but nobody else really knows about this because I don't have a lot of subscribers on YouTube. So it's like we're pretty private. I've only got one eyeball on us, and I think I'm not sure who that is. But anyways, I'm going to switch to chat just in case somebody's there. No. Okay. Anyway, so today the purpose of this meeting is to figure out how to get Joanne's PowerPoint to share. Tina was able to share her PowerPoint sample yesterday. I was in Firefox, and I can't do that with the StreamYard. I have to be in Chrome. So today I'm actually using StreamYard through Chrome. And so what Joanne's going to do now is she's going to use the link at the bottom in the StreamYard studio and click share.
Yeah, so
she's already said share full
it says
screen.
choose what to share, and I've chosen the entire screen, and then I'm going to go to my PowerPoint.
Yeah. Now, the other thing to remember is how there's that little video camera thing next to the StreamYard URL. Did you make sure that you clicked that so that it allows you to share your screen?
Yeah, it says allow camera.
Yeah. Yeah. So as long as you've clicked that and then the line through it is off, then so there shouldn't be a line through that little video camera. Okay, so now this is where we ran into issues yesterday, and Tina was suggesting that you go to the very sort of, if you think about it as a pyramid, the very top layer, and click on the uppermost thing, which would be the tiniest little thing in the middle there of your PowerPoint. And if you maybe click or double click that, let's see what happens, because right now nothing is sharing with the StreamYard Studio.
Okay, so I can see my PowerPoint now. And it's taking up the whole screen.
Okay.
So you're saying I should click on
maybe click play or something like that and see what happens, because right now nothing is being shared with StreamYard.
Okay. So okay, so play would be so under slideshow I have from beginning.
Yeah, it might, this is just a test, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay, so I press from beginning.
Okay, so let's see if anything happens. So now, is it's playing on your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not playing here. So there's something happening in terms of, oh, I hear it at your end because I can see the light flashing on your face. But yeah, nothing has shared here. Okay, so let's just take a break here, and then let's try with Tina again, because there's something Tina is doing. Now, Tina, can you do that from your old laptop? Do you have something?
Yeah, actually, I have
Joanne's PowerPoint?
Joanne's PowerPoint. Okay, I'm going to try something.
Yeah, so Tina will try now to do a screen share.
Okay.
And then I might also try at the same time and just see what happens.
You're going to see me twice, okay? Because I'm going to enter the studio.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to see me twice.
Okay, hang on a second.
I think.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, there I am twice. Wait, hold on.
Okay. We have the Tina twins. Ooh, and feedback. Okay, well, that worked out all right. I actually muted your second screen. So Tuna, sorry, I don't mean to call you Tuna. Tina is sort of gaming the system. Oh, here we go. Okay, there's the stream. Okay.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay, so the good thing is that we know that we've got Tina as a backup, that if for any reason we're not able to get Joanne to do the PowerPoint, then Tina will be able to.
Should I send it to you also, Glenda?
No, I think I'd like it just to be with Tina, because I need to focus on the back end production and just keep everything running smoothly and watch the comments. And so I think it's better that if the two of you take that responsibility.
Okay.
Do you see it? The PowerPoint?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
I see Claudette on the keys and novel. And if you have your phone on mute, you can watch it on the YouTube screen as well. There. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you're advancing through the slide pictures.
Okay, so I'll stay at the beginning.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that is if those images are supposed to be full screen, because you have it on kind of, there's a, like when you
It's
go,
full screen. Oh, wait, hold on.
because it looks like you've got it on sort of a, I'm not sure if it's full screen.
Is it full screen now?
Well, I guess it's full screen. I guess it's because I don't know what the full screen looked like, but yeah. So I think it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll just go to the next slide.
Okay. So, all right.
Should we do a quick
Oh, that's
run
good.
through, Tina? And I can just read one sentence for each
Yeah, that sounds
picture.
good.
Yes.
So it won't take too long, I don't think.
Okay.
So that it
Good.
starts there. And then on the next slide, I begin. So when I was a young girl, my grandmother Ida was a model of a self-confident woman. Okay, number 2. When my cousin Barbara and I would visit, we'd sit at her dresser. Okay, number 3. We'd beg her to bring out her old trunk to wear her gowns. And then number 4, he was the designer for the Queen. And as we tried them on, we would imagine her on the stage. And then number 5, she entertained us by playing songs such as Tenderly, next one, The Man I Love, and Stardust. Next one. Yeah.
Okay, so there are 2 for that
yeah,
one.
she'd look over, smiling, and we wondered what led up to her having such a glamorous life. And then number 6, she was a child prodigy, and her mother took her to the welcome the troops back from the Boer War. That's the next slide. And then she came home and played Soldiers of the King. That's the next one. And she went on to demonstrate pianos. And yeah, so the next one is about the silent movies. And she said she faked it by improvising dramatic music and all. And there's about 3 pictures for the silent movies. And she played for B.B. Daniels. Okay, and then the next slide, that's where she met Harry, who was playing across the street in another silent movie theater. And they joined forces and opened up a music store. And then she looked after the store while he played at the Royal York. And that's the next slide. Oh, sorry, there's one in there. So we can do that one. And then the Royal York is the next one. Yeah. And then when their sons were older, they hit on the 2 pianos, 4 hands routine. So that's the next slide. And it was a new genre. And there were lots of composers creating music for it. What happened there?
Oh, sorry.
Is it still going on?
No, okay, hang on a second. I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. Hang on a second. I gotta just fix something here. It's my mistake, because what I did was I was practicing sharing my screen, and I guess it overrode the sharing of your screen. So I'm gonna just repeat there. Okay, we go back and then we go, because we can only share one screen at a time. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry.
Okay, great.
But now I know I can share my screen.
Okay, good. All right. So yeah, they played a lot of music for 2 pianos, 4 hands. So we can just, I'll read out the titles as you go through them. And so to keep on advancing, there's Marigold and Rhapsody in Blue and Night and Day. And often they would get music from the publishers, and they were known as the Black and White Spotters. And Ida took the name of Claudette to add a mysterious allure to their act. And then, so the next one is during the Depression, the audiences grew as it was an inexpensive way to listen to music, which was free. And then my book, Claudette on the Keys, opens in 1936 in Toronto. So we'll go to the next slide. which is, and the unemployment rate is at 17%. That's the next one. And the bread lines are stretching around the block. And then all their sponsors pull out, but finally they're left out of work. And then the next one is Shays Hippodrome. They're spotted by an agent who invites them to come to London. And then, so the next slide is Jack Hilton, who I fictionalize as Jack Miles in the book. And to add veracity to this part, I made a trip to London last year. And then there's the postcard of the Oxford Circus. And while in London, they played for Raymond Massey's play called The Orchard Walls. So that's the next slide. And they performed with B.B. Daniels. And that's the next one. And I visited the British Library, and I found some pictures of Ida in a book there. That's the next slide. And then the next one is Radio Luxembourg figures prominently in the book. It's et cetera, et cetera. And the next one is they got around the rules by broadcasting from the most powerful transmitter in Europe. And then the next one is they had a very cumbersome production process. They took the discs down to the continent. And then the next one, they attracted the attention of Germany, which was coveting that station as a way to broadcast the propaganda. And in the book, Ida's one of the couriers, but has trouble with her passport, which is the next one. And at that time, women were listed on their own husband's passport. They didn't have a separate document for themselves. And inside, the photos were placed side by side. And then the next one is, meanwhile, Oswald Mosley is whipping up his Britain First movement, which is a fascist movement that sparked riots. And then the next one is the book. Yeah, and in the novel, I bring all these elements together, focusing on Claudette's journey.
I'll have to correct that. It says .ca.
Yeah, it's .com now.
Oh, yeah, okay. So maybe I can just say that that it's now .com. Also, when you put CA in, it automatically goes to the new one. Like there's a sort of a redirect on your website. If I type in CA, it just automatically goes.
Yeah, it should do that.
Yeah. So now I was thinking I could take a couple of questions, and then if you want, I could read an excerpt.
Okay. I haven't put the questions in. I haven't got them.
No. Okay, that's fine. And I was going to say, if you don't mind, I would prefer that it went just 40 minutes, 45 max. I had a pretty intense day or an intense week. Yesterday, the film crew, they were here for like 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
And plus I had the CBC radio interview in the morning, and I've got this tomorrow night, and then the book signing on Saturday. So
I think 45 minutes is enough.
Yeah.
I think it was just when you're looking at 30 minutes, it's very, very tight.
Yeah.
It's not realistic. So I think
Yeah.
if we can agree to 40, 45, then that's fine.
Okay.
And I'll keep an eye on the clock. And, I think really the presentation that you're doing is the biggest thing. We haven't tested it with a reading. On the other hand, if you don't do a reading, or even if you just read like 5 sentences from something.
Yeah, I'll read maybe a minute tops.
Yeah, and then what we can do is also say, like, direct people to your Facebook book page where you have excerpts.
Yeah.
And where we will be posting the CBC interviews.
Yeah.
So maybe when you do your reading, Joanne, that you could just make that sort of announcement, that just say that you're focusing on the PowerPoint here with some of the background of the book, but that you will have that you could encourage people to visit the Facebook page, where we will always be posting links to any recordings and interviews and excerpts.
Okay, great. And the TV segment might be on tomorrow night. The producer was hoping that it could coincide with the book launch. But so it would be on Toronto News at 6 and then at 11. But I should find, she's doing all the editing today, so I should find out later today and let you know.
Yeah, if that happens and we have a link to it, then we could possibly provide the link in the comments.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll see.
But we'll also put it on your Facebook page. So
yeah.
So it's not urgent. I think the thing is to let people know that it's there.
Yeah.
And that there will be replays available through their website anyway.
Yeah, and they keep. Yeah, Laura said that it becomes a
streaming
permanent thing on there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why so we don't need to be too anxious about that.
Yeah.
Now, Tina, I have one other question for you. You were going to possibly add in an Indigenous comment for your area. Were you able to find one?
I haven't yet, but I've got the ordering information slide.
Oh, great. Okay, so
I'm trying to share it, but it doesn't share.
Okay, yeah, you can't. Well, you'd have to share the screen that it's on.
No, I have it up.
Okay, hang on a second.
There
we go. Okay, it's there.
There we go.
What happened was you finished sharing before, and then you shared again.
Yeah.
So it's there now. That looks great.
Great.
And let's just check to make sure everything is correct. Host bookstore. Now, okay, that's
so technically, you can't order it, but that's okay. I'm not gonna.
I remember, Tina, they weren't gonna order it.
But that's okay. I think there's enough other information that we're okay.
Do you want me to take out this order at your local indie bookstore?
No, that's fine. That part's fine. But if you want, you could take out the host bookstore Peterborough metaphor because they can't take orders there.
Yeah. So are you going to leave the chapters indigo in though?
Yeah.
So just remove the bullet for metaphor.
So just remove metaphor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the way the bullets are set up, it's confusing. But anyway, okay. Yeah. And then the other thing was we were going to, then at the closing, then I'll be mentioning about your book launch at Metaphor. So that'll come up at the end. And what I'll do maybe is prepare a couple of things in advance while I'm preparing your comments so that I can just copy and paste them into the comments line for the questions. And I'll just, I'll think of other things in advance that I can put into the comments section there, like just, the link to your Facebook page, the mention of the metaphor link, because I think that actual event is listed on the Facebook as an event as well. I think, I can't remember.
No, I don't think so. I have announced it on the Facebook page, but I haven't made an event.
Yeah, but at least we can mention that. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to quickly share my screen, which is kind of like what Tina was showing us yesterday. So it was super simple for me to do this. And so let's see if I click on that, then it, whoop.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. So
it's called an infinity screen.
Yeah. Yes, that's very cool. Anyway, so I'm going to remove that now. But anyway, so it was super simple for me to share my screen, and I'm going to just I'm going to say stop screen share, stop screen. Oh, well, anyway. Okay.
I was going to say to Tina, worst comes to worst, I'm anticipating that the photos will come through on the PowerPoint, but if for some reason they can't, I'll just go ahead and say the PowerPoint without pictures.
I think it really will lose without the photos.
Well, it would, but worst comes to worst.
But there's no reason that it won't work with Tina. She's been able to show us that she's able to do it. So I think we can assume that everything's going to be fine. Okay. As a backup, if you want to email me the photos, then what I could do is I can add the photos as individual images to my screen assets. And then if I had to, I could click on the photos one at a time myself as a backup. But that's really a lot of work for you to do.
I think it'll work. I mean,
I'm sure it's fine.
You got it to work.
So Tina, in terms of the cues, should I nod or will you just
Yeah,
be
because
listening?
as we got into the PowerPoint, I started watching you instead of my screen.
The other
So
option
I was
that I would
listening to you,
suggest,
and I can see the picture. I'm operating it on my other laptop, but if you kind of nod,
Nod.
then
Okay.
yeah.
I
And
think
I'll have your script up as well.
the
Okay.
the challenge with that though is that if I make the PowerPoint full page so that we don't see Joanne's face, so that people can just focus on the images, like we have the option of either having um, her head and then the screen beside her, like all of it. Like there's so many different ways. Like I can go like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. There's
Well,
so many.
if you can show Joanne as a small image,
Okay.
and then the rest of the image is the PowerPoint, I think that would work.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
Or maybe I would this be too?
Well, what I was thinking though is an even subtler way is if Tina takes the script and highlights the sentence where she's supposed to advance the screen. Like so that you have like like beside you a paper printout. Like I have here the whole script. So what I did was I was sort of looking at like if you just take her script and then you take a yellow highlighter, and when you hear her say that sentence, that's when to advance to the next screen. I don't know. Anyway, you guys figure out how you want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, sometimes it's just more effective if you have the PowerPoint taking up the whole screen, but that's fine. I'll leave the faces in.
Okay.
Well, you don't need my face in.
Well, actually, I think it's confused. It depends with you having the two laptops. I can't be 100% sure it'll work if you're using two laptops. If I mute one and keep the other one on, like it's just.
I only see one Tina now.
Yeah, I turned the other one off.
Oh,
right. If you
yeah.
want to just try it right now the way that you're envisioning it. So just start the PowerPoint up again, do another screen share, and then let's just practice how we'll show just Joanne, because I have to fiddle around with who is on the stream and who's not. Okay. So there's Tina number 2, which I'm muting. There. Okay, so I've muted Tina number 2.
Okay. Okay, wait, hold on, I have to bring up the PowerPoint first.
Well, that looked nice, Joanne. Crosby, stop ringing your bell. My parrot is anxious because he knows that at noon he gets his treat. So he's like,
wow. So you can tell time.
Yeah, he knows. Crosby, Mummy's ringing the bell. Let me bring you your treat at noon. Be quiet. Okay, so once Tina shares her PowerPoint, then I'll be able to, it's just I'm nervous about moving one of the Tinas from the stream, because then she might not be able to hear with the same time. Like if she's not in the studio, then she's not going to hear, I think. Not sure. We'll experiment. Because I remove myself from the stream. That's easy. And when I do that, then you can't hear me. If you ask me a question and you need to hear me, then I come back on. So I'll do that right now. I'll just show you removing myself from the screen and then coming back.
Okay, so I'm sharing the screen now.
It's not sharing. Oh, wait a second. Hang on. Is it? I think it is. It's just, what might be part of the problem here is that I have a horizontal website or a screen, and it's hard for me to see when there's another thing in the bottom. Anyway, we're okay there. So I'm going to take myself off of the screen.
Okay, this kind of looks weird with two of me. But Glenda, you can take my pictures away, right? There's one. Okay.
Okay, so Tina, I've removed it, and so I'm going to take myself back out again. Joanne can talk now.
Okay. Well, the presentation looks nice. Yeah, I think that will look good. And then Tina can see if I'm nodding, right?
Yes, she can. Okay.
But generally speaking, like each number is a different picture. So like when I start the next number, that's when the different picture comes up. Some of them, they're like the sheet music, there are 3 going along with one number, but
Yeah, I think that was the only one that was confusing because it kind of all of a sudden there were 3 in a row.
yeah. But generally each number is a different picture. So
Okay.
yeah.
And actually it worked out well. I figured out which Tina to remove from the stream because it's the one that I put on mute, which is the one that you're using to do the screen share with. So I think
Yeah.
that worked out.
So my picture would be behind what's being shared on the screen.
No, it's just it's not, how do I describe it? Anyway, I'm going to just remove you for a second, Tina. 1 second. Okay, so you can see with just Joanne and I. Now I'm going to remove myself. There we go. Yeah, so it's just you're not behind there. There's nothing behind there. Like if I add you back in, then you go below.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's always whatever's sharing is going to be probably shoved to the right. Anyway, okay. So I think we have that sorted. I don't know if there's anything else that we need to work out with Joanne. I want Tina to stay on just for a couple minutes after.
So just to go over the program. So so Glenda, will you be welcoming people? And then
Yeah,
Tina,
I'll do nothing's changed from
okay.
before.
So Tina
I
will
think
do
the only difference is that when Tina does her welcome, she's going to add in her Indigenous message.
Yes. Okay.
Because I'm doing the Indigenous message for the Peterborough area, and I'll just briefly comment that that as part of the Truth and Reconciliation, we're honored to acknowledge the areas from which the publisher and the author are broadcasting, and I'm just the producer, so that I'll just say something like that, and then Tina will have her welcome, and she'll add in her Indigenous thing, and then I'll read Joanne's bio.
Okay.
And I think
I go into
before I read your bio, I'm going to just mention about your Facebook book page, and also you have an author page.
Yeah, and then so I'll do the PowerPoint, and then I'll say, thank you, and I could take a couple of questions now, and then maybe
when will your reading happen?
So I was thinking a couple of questions. Glenda, you could read out whatever questions are in the chat, either from me or if someone else has.
Actually, what happens with the questions, I'm going to show you. Wes, 1 second. Okay.
Well, I'll stop screen sharing now then.
Okay, and what I'm going to do is here. See Joanne? When I have a question, I'll actually be typing it in here, and then it will appear here. It'll show up as me if it's not an actual audience member.
Okay.
And then I'll just say, so then that's fine. And then I just hide it when we're finished answering it. So I can have all the questions in the chat lined up to encourage other people to actually ask questions as well.
Okay. And then, so I'll take 2 and answer 2, and then I'll say, and here's an excerpt from chapter whatever. So I'll read that, and then I'll take maybe 2 more.
Okay.
And then we'll do the book trailer.
Okay. Yeah, I should practice with that book trailer. Hang on a second. Banners.
Tina has to do the ordering information. Should that happen before the book trailer, or?
Should we go out with the book trailer? Because I had gone
Yeah,
out. I
I
had
think
gone
we should
out
go
with.
out. I think we should go out with the book trailer because it
Okay.
kind of leaves it on a nice musical note.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let me just make sure I have that book trailer here. Have I added in the book trailer yet, or is this the book opening? Hang on a second. Okay, that's the wrong one. So I haven't added in the book trailer yet. I know that Joanne sent that to me. So I think it may be that I have to download it to add it up because I don't have the actual video file. I think you just sent me the link to it, Joanne.
Yes.
Okay. So if I'm able to download the video from that link, then I can upload it to the asset. So I'll try that out this afternoon and let you know if there's any issues. Okay. Yeah. So there'll be 2 questions, read an excerpt, 2 more questions, and then go to the book trailer.
Well, no, the ordering information.
Oh, ordering.
Tina.
So ordering information, Tina, and then I will do the thank you and
yeah, like thank everyone for attending and
and then and mention about the metaphor. So the closing off conclusion.
oh yeah.
And then I'll say, and we're going to just leave you now, and we're going to play the book trailer, and when that's finished, the broadcast will end.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Well, we're
a lot of elements to fit in there, but
and there's the other Tina.
good. Okay.
The Tina twins. Okay, I'm going to take you off now. Okay. So anything else, Joanne? Or
no, I think that's good, and I'm sure it'll all unfold wonderfully.
You know what? This is one of the reasons that we do live, and I'm really happy, Joanne, that you see the value in that. And it's not that Tina didn't see the value. It's just, of course, that there's only so much budget for so many openings.
I didn't realize or appreciate how time consuming it is on your part to set everything up. Like I just wasn't really aware of all the behind the scenes activity that goes on. So.
But that's also part of the beauty of having a live event is that there is a lot that goes into preparing for it. Which I think that it's handy for people who happen to be watching this behind the scenes to see that. But the other really positive thing of it is that when we do go live, we all understand that nothing's perfect. There may be a glitch.
Yeah.
I think when we did the David Pelly one, we had a very, very brief glitch just at the very first 30 seconds. Something happened funny at the first 30 seconds. I can't even remember what it was. And I think Tina ended up just excising that from the recording later, and it didn't affect anything. And then, as you go through, there might be a glitch, but we just explain to people.
Yeah, people understand. Yeah, I think.
And if worse came to worse and there was some reason Tina's PowerPoint didn't show and whatever, and we're not able to do that. Did you say you had some photographs that you could?
Oh yeah, I could just grab them and then hold them up.
Yeah, so it's not ideal, but but you can.
No, I think.
So we'll that's a backup.
And that would be very theatrical if you
did.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure it'll
while you're trying to read. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's about it. Now, just to give you a sense of timing, we're already at 38 minutes. Okay. So in the live broadcast, where we wouldn't have all this chit chat in between, it goes very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So,
great.
But anyway, we'll let people know up front that we're planning it to be 45 minutes. Now, do you want 45 minutes including the trailer or 45 minutes up to the trailer?
No, yeah, including it, I think. Yeah.
Okay, and the trailer is how long?
It's about 38 seconds, I think.
Oh, okay, it's quick.
It's pretty short.
That's not a big deal then.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Okay. So Tina, don't leave, Tina, because I have to just talk to you for a minute.
Okay, sure.
So tomorrow you're going to send me a different link for tomorrow.
I sent you the link for tomorrow night, but I'll send it again. So because it's going to be on Tina's YouTube, and I'll send a reminder link later today. So you've got both the link to I would have sent it when I set up the event. I would have sent you the link that you share on YouTube, and in that same email was the one to not share that was for the co-hosts. So if you go back and look at those emails, but I can send that to you again. It's very easy for me to do.
Okay.
Okay.
And I should come in about 6:30. you said?
Yeah, if you don't mind, then
Yeah.
that way we won't feel stressed out. We'll have a chance to
Mhm.
I mean, we don't have to talk the whole time, but we'll be
Yeah.
there if there's something comes up, and I'll be at
Yeah.
my desk. So
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
we can also
okay.
like we during that 30 minutes we can also just remind ourselves that that it's going to work.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
know,
positive.
I can do a screen share in advance. It's okay. There it is. We're all
Yeah.
set. You
Yeah.
Yeah,
know, yeah.
Just do a little practice. Great.
yeah, it'll be
And
fine.
then you start letting people in a little bit before 7 or at 7 or
No. Well, what we could do is it officially. This is something I think we did with David Pelly. Now, it's scheduled to go live at 7 o'clock, but I can start the broadcast at any time. I can start it a few minutes earlier if I want to, and then just give people a heads up that we're going to be starting the formal presentation in a few minutes. So if you want to do that, we can do that. Otherwise, we just go live right at 7 when
Yeah.
people are expecting it.
I think just go live at 7.
I think that's fine. And then we're just,
Sure.
we'll be ourselves in the green in the studio, preparing ourselves so that as soon as I hit go live, then I'll just say, welcome everybody. And because I keep my phone to watch what's on YouTube, but I just keep my phone on mute. I can see right now what's happening on the screen, and it's delayed by about 30 seconds.
Mhm.
So, but I know from experience of having done this a number of times now that the minute I hit start broadcast, I don't even think about whether or not they're listening. I trust the system because the studio actually shows me you are live. I have to actually confirm it. I say start broadcast, and then it says, are you sure you want to start the broadcast? And I do. And the minute I do, then I know that whatever I'm saying is public. So I'm very, very careful that I'm prepared to be on as soon as I hit go live. And I've done it a lot of times now.
Great.
Okay. So Joanne, that's great then.
Thanks a lot.
I'll read it from the stream, and then I'm going to end the broadcast first. So just before I do that, I'll just thank you very much to Joanne Cully, the author of Claudette on the Keys, and Tina Crossfield, publisher of Crossfield Publishing, crossfieldpublishing.com. Joanne has a Facebook book page, Claudette on the Keys. My book page is my Facebook page is Glenda McDonald, the Story Finder. And I'm a marketing consultant and event producer, freelance writer, and editor. And I'm working with my clients to help promote the launch of Claudette on the Keys, which is formally taking place on YouTube on Friday night at 7 p.m. on the Crossfield Publishing channel. So we'll see you there, and visit Claudette on the Keys book page on Facebook. Thanks very much, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Okay.